In 2019, Thomas Abt wrote a book called Bleeding Out, which really is a template for reducing urban violence, specifically urban gun violence. And a lot of my doctoral research was kind of based around this concept of focus, balance, and fairness. And I think as a community, as a Gun Violence Prevention Commission, certainly as a police department, I've always thought that these were helpful ways to look at our gun violence issue in a community, right? Focus, balance, and fairness. We have to be very focused on our population of need, right? We have to be very balanced in our approach, and then we have to make sure we're moving forward with fairness always on mind. When I talk about focus, certainly when it comes to policing and the suppression side, all right, we have to make sure that we are in the communities that need us the most. When I look at our incidents, and I know we didn't talk numbers tonight, but sadly, all right, I have stood on hundreds of crime scenes in my 28 years in policing, whether it's Richmond, Danville, and now here in Roanoke. And here in Roanoke, of our 60 incidents in 2023, 43 of them have been in northwest Roanoke. And not only the police department from a suppression side, I hate that term, but our intervention and our prevention efforts, we need to be in northwest Roanoke. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And when I look at 6, 5, 6, 43, it overwhelms me that we have that a portion of our community that is hurting that much. And we have to be there for them. So I think as a commission, to tell you what to do, but certainly as a police department, as community members, we have to put resources in northwest Roanoke. Balance, law enforcement, the suppression side of things, locking up violent offenders, taking illegal guns off the street, that is very important. Equally important is our intervention and our prevention efforts, many of that I've heard about tonight. And Vice Mayor, I've told you this before, and I've told many people here, the draw to Roanoke for me was always the fact that I looked at Roanoke as a community that had a collaborative approach to a problem, to an issue, that issue being gun violence, that I feel very passionate about when it comes to reducing. We have to be balanced, we have to work together. It is absolutely not just the police department that has skin in the game. It's all of us, it's the schools, and I got excited when Dr. White talked to me about community builders. I got a little preview, a little taste of it last night. So things like that will help us with the balance piece. And then the fairness. And this is mostly from kind of my wheelhouse with the policing. We're gonna go into Northwest and we're gonna not just arrest violent offenders, we're gonna mentor kids, we're gonna build communities, and as a police department, we want them to trust us. Because if they don't trust us and they don't view us as legitimate in their community, we're never gonna have true impact. So that focus, balance, and fairness, I think that really needs to be our watchword as a community as we move into 2024.
Thank you, Chief.
All right, thanks.